What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Got a nice 4-game slate here tonight. I got it broken down for you again with my money six of my favorite plays on the slate. So go ahead and drop a like in the video if you're ready to win some money here tonight. Give you some good fortune, hopefully, by leaving a like, and some good luck heading into the slate. So let's hop right into it, though. First guy up, I'm going to go with James Harden. This slate is pretty damn tough because we do have a few games that could get ugly. The Lakers are very depleted with injuries. LeBron out. Kuzma might be out again here tonight. So just a very ugly situation there. Ingram's still out. And also the Hawks with some injuries to John Collins, Deadman. So those two games, very risky, I would say. But this Sacramento-Houston game, I think has a good shot of staying close. And James Harden is coming off an amazing game against them. 85 DraftKings points. Triple double with 50 points. That's absolutely unheard of there. So really good stuff. I think he should be able to get it done again against them. I mean, if he has that ability and that kind of upside, I think he can just do some of that and get us over 60 DraftKings points. He's been playing some solid minutes when the games have stayed close recently. 38, 2 out of the last 3. And also, his jump shot hasn't been great, honestly. But just with his volume of his offensive scoring, he showed against Sacramento, there's no reason for him not to do that again with them picking up the W, a nice 11-point win. So high scoring affair, should be a fairly fast pace too. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to go with CLINT CAPELA that same game. Like I said, I'm a little bit scared of the other games with the blow-up potential, but I like the safety of this game and the good upside for a guy like CLINT CAPELA in the same matchup. He played in a crazy 42 minutes last game, 49 DraftKings points, a nice double-double. So I think he has that same kind of upside, getting some more minutes with the injuries to Fareed and stuff like that. And also Sacramento really struggles a good amount against centers. In the two games against them, he actually averaged more DraftKings points in the first game that he played, as he's up to 52 DraftKings points on average in the two games. So doing some great stuff there. Just too athletic for them down low. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. I'm going to go with Marvin Bagley, stacking up that game. Our Marvin Bagley had a pretty damn solid game against them the other night. He shot 10 for 20 from the field in just 27 minutes, put up 37 DraftKings points. So very efficient. His DraftKings salary did go down a little bit, down to 6,700. And also, he always has that crazy upside when he's getting closer to 30 minutes. We saw 47 DraftKings points against the Lakers, 47 against Dallas in just 28 minutes, nearly 40 against Brooklyn in 29. So super effective off the bench and just with less minutes. And also against Houston, their defense is kind of more predicated on stopping centers and then kind of stopping the guard play, I would say. But Marvin Bagley at the power forward spot against PJ Tucker, it's kind of a mismatch in favor of Bagley, I would say. Just a little bit too big for Tucker. So I think he could take advantage of the matchup if he goes against him again. And just a good pace and good scoring game for Bagley to get it done. So I'm going to lock him in there as my third guy. And for my fourth guy, I'm going to go with Alex Len. The injury to Deadman, like I mentioned before, clears up some more minutes for Len. Always a guy, when he gets those extra few minutes, he has huge upside, as he can be a solid rebounder. Also, with John Collins doubtful, definitely a lot of rebounds to go to his way. And he is a pretty solid scoring center, I would say. He's looked pretty good to me this year when I've watched him play. And he's had some and he's had some big-time scoring performances when given the opportunity this year. So going against San Antonio, not a great matchup, but just the opportunity is so big for Len with those two injuries to guys that get a good amount of rebounds, and they're pretty much the primary scoring guys with him on the bench. And him stepping in, a lot of opportunity to step in and have a really good game. So I'm going to lock him in there as my fourth guy. Then I'm going to go with Derrick White here at 4,700. He's been very quiet recently, so I'm assuming that people will be a little bit scared of him. But this is a perfect matchup for him to get it going against Atlanta, a team that he went off against earlier this year. Nearly put up a triple-double there, 18, 6, and 9 with 6 blocks, 50 DraftKings points. Going against Trae Young, definitely a good matchup for him, and one for where he can break out of his little slump. He was going through a good stretch a little bit like a few weeks ago, but then he went through this. He's been really up and down this year, so against Atlanta, this is a perfect spot for him. He seems to do a little bit better in these easier kind of matchups. And Aldridge is coming off a game where he really carried the load. So maybe he wants to take a back seat here, stay a little bit fresher in a kind of a gimme matchup against Atlanta without two of their better players. So going against Trae Young, really good matchup. I'm going to lock him in there as my fifth guy. So you got Harden, White, Bagley, CAPELA, and Alex CLINT. And for my value guy, I'm looking at Wagner. I'm assuming they keep out Kyle Kuzma again here tonight. He's listed questionable, but he didn't play last game. There's no real reason for him to kind of agitate it even more heading into the offseason. So Wagner, a good spot for him just to get him some more game experience. He got 29 minutes with Kuzma out last game. A solid 20 DraftKings points. Shot 2 for 8. Could have been a little bit better. But in this matchup against OKC, actually like it a good amount. They have been struggling against power forwards recently. Kind of been one of their softest spots defensively over the whole entire year. So I think Wagner, with all of those injuries, has really good upside to step up and score a little bit more. Last game, it was kind of Caruso and like Rondo and stuff like that. But those guys aren't typical good scorers. Wagner, I think, has that ability to step up a little bit more in LeBron and Kuzma's place and give us some more upside on his price tag at 3,800. I mean, he's showing the scoring upside in a few of these games, 13 points, 11 points, and a few of the games. So, and he also, I thought he looked really good in college at Michigan. So at 3,800, good matchup. Hopefully Kuzma is out. We should be able to get word before lock. It's at 8 p.m. and the slate starts at 8 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. I will tweet out an update if Kuzma is playing in that game, though. But those are the 6 plays. You got James Harden, DERRICK, White, Bagley, CAPELA, Wagner, and Alex CLINT. So I hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did. Over 100 likes would be greatly appreciated. So good luck here tonight, and we'll see you back here again next time.